Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel Finance Guruji. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most controversial topics in history. The moon landing. What is the moon landing conspiracy theory? The moon landing conspiracy theory is the belief that the Apollo 11 moon landing was faked, and that NASA never actually sent astronauts to the moon. In July 1969, astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to land on the surface of the moon. Or did they? Just kidding. They absolutely did. But by the 1970s, 30% of Americans believed the moon landing had been faked. Alternative histories soon materialized. In the case of the fake moon landing, William Kaysing apparently started writing the book We Never Went to the Moon, America's $30 billion swindle, as satire, but he ended up fully believing the conspiracy. The primary idea in his book was that the footage of astronauts taking their first steps on the moon's surface, which hundreds of millions of people watched live on TV, was actually shot at Nevada's Area 51, another hotbed for conspiracy theorists that we'll get to later. As recently as 2019, a small survey showed that 10% of Americans still believed that the moon landing was a hoax. In 2018, after NBA star Steph Curry said he didn't believe in the moon landing, NASA offered him a lunar lab tour. Why do people believe the moon landing was faked? There are a number of reasons why people believe the moon landing was faked. Some of the most common claims include: 1. The American flag was waving in the wind on the moon, even though there is no wind on the moon. 2. There are no stars in any of the moon landing photos. 3. The shadows of the astronauts and the lunar lander are not parallel, which suggests that they were photographed in a studio. 4. The Soviets, who were in the middle of a space race with the United States, never disputed the moon landing, which some people believe is because they knew it was faked. Debunking the moon landing conspiracy theories. All of the moon landing conspiracy theories have been debunked by scientists and experts. For example, 1. The American flag was waving in the wind on the moon because the astronauts had planted it in a loose lunar soil. 2. There are no stars in any of the moon landing photos because the cameras were not sensitive enough to pick them up. 3. The shadows of the astronauts and the lunar lander are not parallel because they were taken on a sloped surface. 4. The Soviets never disputed the moon landing because they had their own space program and were working on developing their own moon lander. Conclusion. So, there you have it. The moon landing was real. It was one of the greatest achievements in human history, and it's important to remember that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more.